Hello, welcome to my first video tutorial. My name is Judy Paul L. Cubio. Study at PCT, Philippine College of Science and Technology, located at Philippines. Hello, mabuhay for all the listening for my first video tutorial, watching for my first video tutorial. First, I wanna say that we're gonna use netbeans as our software to create our Java inheritance program. So first I want to start the background about NetBeans. Most developers recognize NetBeans as IDE, as the original free Java IDE. And so here's we go, NetBeans. Then I'm gonna use ezvid to record the screen video that I am gonna show you now. My first video tutorial, a lot of struggle, you know. So first, before we start to the main program, so it's open netbeans. Okay, open netbeans. Earlier I was able to create some examples for all. So I create all student, Java class all student, Java class course, Java class student number 1, Java class student number 2. Those are the examples of Java class that we're gonna use to our inheritance in Java. So first, so we're gonna create our code. So public void, then we're gonna set an example. We call this one course. We just name it course. So in this method, so we're gonna create our output system dot out dot print ln. Okay, make sure it's the spelling is correct. So you're gonna put a example of a output which is located from the student, which is BSIT. So just copy, we do it for example this one. Okay, just copy and paste to the student number 2, which is our second example. So as you can see, we created the same how we can do all these students, student number 1 and student number 2, all will be inherit by all the students Java class. So we're gonna do, so just put the example, we just copy the examples to the to all student Java class, so that the from the student number 1 and student number 2 will be inherited from the Java class, all students, all the output from the we make it easier. So we're gonna try to erase then how we can inherit the students 1, the students 2 from all students. So here we go, we're gonna use what we call the method, a code to inherit from the students, from all students to student 1, student 2. Okay, student extend, the code is extends the name of the Java class that we want to inherit. Okay, make sure it's the spelling is correct and the capital letters are correct. So all students, copied. So the main code is extend, so all students, then copy it to student number 2. So as you can see, we inherit all the codes from all students to students number 2 and number 1. So we go. So before we created to run this program, make sure it's all correct. The name of public void course, then the output is bsit. So first of all, we close this one, then we go to the mother, the super class of all these Java class, the course. So make sure that there is no error. So first we go now to the course section, which is our super Java class, the main. Okay, public, we will create a method public static, make sure it is small letter, static void, then the code string. Okay, my main. Okay, string arguments, then open, then we started to create an object from the students number 1, student number 2. Okay, so we're gonna create the example. So to make it sure that is correct, you may copy the public class name, student number 1, create an example of the student number 1 object. So stud1, to make it sure that you're gonna forget it, object is equals, create a new inherited student number 1 from the Java class number 1. Okay, make sure that you're gonna put this correct, then end. We do it the same as a student number 2 to create the object student number 2. So we're gonna put in sample is 2 object, declares object equals, making sure is correct, equals new student number 2, then end. Okay, as you can see, we created the code, we call on the Java class student, we created an object from Java student 1 and student 2. So here we go. So as you can see, this is the code for student 1, the code for student number 2. So now we're gonna create and inherit all the codes from student number 1, student number 2, that they inherit from the all student Java class. So it's 2. So okay, so to make it correct, so you may copy this one, right click, then copy to make it sure, then paste, right click, paste, then that, then go to the all students, copy the public void name you create. I just created it to make it sure that we call on the public void name and the output from the student number 1 and student number 2 from all student Java class. Copy and paste. So course, the name of student public void name, copy, then paste. So end, then okay. Now we're gonna try if it is our code is correct. As you can see, there is no error in that one. The column inside, as you can see, there is no code from student number 2 and number 1, and you will wonder that it has a certain output, they called it uh, inherited from the all student Java class. So we're gonna run the program. As you can see, the output is BSIT. So there is no code from student number 1. As you can see, we just inherit the code from all student. So you can see the first one is from the student number 1 and the student number 2. So the code is inherited from all student .java. So if you wanna override a certain you're gonna put the name, so you just simply copy the code from the all student you inherited from the you're just gonna put them to override if you want to put a certain output. Okay, let you guys say you're gonna put the name my friend Gilbert. Okay, Gilbert Guevara. So we inherited the code from all students, but we override the output of the certain inherited Java class. So we're gonna try this one if we're gonna see the output, it is all correct. Boom. So as you can see, the output has a name. If you want to override the student number 2 to make it sure that it is all working from student number 1 to student number 2. So we're gonna paste this one, do as the same. So we're gonna put another name, Ray Mario, for example. Okay, as you can see, from all students we extend and override the codes. So okay, as you can see the output. Okay, so that the student number 1 and number 2 inherit the codes from all the students. Then if you want to override, you just simply copy and put it to the Java class that you want to override a certain output. So there you go. As far as my knowledge will go, this is the inheritance of Java using the netbeans application. So thank you for watching and for understanding the codes. Let me shout out for my fellow students from PCT, for the PCT ICT Saturday and Sunday classes. So thank you for your watching, and hope you got some knowledge for inheritance in Java. So as you can see, I created. Thank you for watching. Then boom. So thank you for watching the course inherited inheritance code in Java. So thank you, sir, and good evening. See you soon watch for my next video tutorial. Thank you.